Liverpool have pulled off an unexpected move that few saw coming, completing a deal well outside the traditional transfer window. And it's the fine print that could make this one particularly significant. With a major clause reportedly inserted into the agreement, this is far from a routine piece of business. Here's what we know about the shock transfer that's already raising eyebrows. Let's break this down in today's video, along with all the other Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Liverpool have sanctioned a surprise permanent exit for highly rated winger Trenon Doati, finalising a deal that has caught many off guard given the timing. With the English window firmly shut, the 19-year-old has sealed a move to Norwegian outfit Molde FK in a transfer worth €750,000. But it is the clauses inserted into the agreement that could yet prove pivotal for the Reds. Trenon Doati had entered the final 6 months of his contract at Anfield, placing the club in a delicate position. Liverpool did offer the Irishman a new long-term deal in an attempt to secure his future, yet the winger chose to assess his options. That decision has now culminated in a permanent switch to the elite Syrian side, with Liverpool ensuring they retain significant future interest in his development. Crucially, the Merseyside club have negotiated both buyback and sell-on clauses as part of the package. Those additions represent strategic protection. Should Trenon Doati flourish in Scandinavia, Liverpool have positioned themselves to either profit financially or potentially re-sign the winger at a pre-agreed valuation. It is a structure increasingly common among elite academies designed to balance pathway limitations with long-term planning. The move brings to an end just under 4 years on Liverpool's books. During that period, Trenon Doati established himself as one of the academy's most exciting attacking prospects. He broke appearance records in the UEFA Youth League and showcased an explosive, direct style of play, primarily operating from the left flank. However, opportunities at senior level proved limited. Competition in wide areas has intensified, with the likes of Ngumoha and Kieran Morrison pushing strongly within the youth ranks. Meanwhile, the pathway is also being carefully managed for emerging 15-year-old talent Josh Abe, who has reportedly agreed a scholarship deal amid interest from several Premier League rivals. The internal depth ultimately left Trenon Doati facing a challenging road to consistent first-team exposure. He did make 2 senior appearances for Liverpool, including a substitute outing in the Carabao Cup defeat to Crystal Palace in October, but he was not a regular presence in matchday squads. Under head coach Arne Slot, his role appeared limited to potential emergency rotation rather than a defined long-term plan. Molde's ability to complete the transfer outside the English window stems from Norway's differing football calendar. Their transfer period remains open until April 1st, allowing them to move swiftly. The timing could prove advantageous for both club and player, with Molde preparing for the new campaign. The Norwegian side begin their competitive schedule with a cup clash against reigning champions Bodø/Glimt on March 7th before launching their elite Syrian season at home to Rosenborg BK on March 14th. Having signed a 4-year contract, Trenon Doati could realistically be thrust straight into contention. Speaking after completing the move, the winger expressed enthusiasm about his next chapter. "It's the perfect club for me to come to," he said. "I like the project I've been presented with here, and I'm really excited to get started." For Liverpool, this is far from a simple academy departure. The inclusion of strong future-focused clauses ensures that while Trenon Doati's immediate journey continues in Norway, the door to Anfield has not been permanently closed. Should his development accelerate in a senior environment, the shock deal struck outside the window may ultimately look like calculated foresight rather than a gamble. All the best, Trent. In other news, Liverpool's long-term planning is already underway, and within the corridors of Anfield, there is a growing belief that 17-year-old forward Rio Ngumoha could one day inherit the mantle left by Mohamed Salah. With Salah now 33 and increasingly linked with a summer move to Saudi Arabia, uncertainty surrounds the next chapter of Liverpool's attack. Although the Egyptian has started every match since returning from the Africa Cup of Nations, this campaign has not mirrored the relentless standards he set in previous seasons. There have also been suggestions of tension behind the scenes, particularly after Salah claimed he had been thrown under the bus following a December fixture at Leeds, comments that inevitably fueled speculation about his relationship with manager Arne Slot. Against that backdrop, attention has shifted toward the club's emerging talents, and few have generated as much excitement as Ngumoha. The teenager's recent performances, including a lively cameo in the narrow win over Nottingham Forest, have only strengthened the sense that Liverpool may already possess their long-term solution. Former Everton, Aston Villa, and Aberdeen chief executive Keith Weines believes the direction of travel is clear. He insists the youngster is viewed internally as a potential successor to Salah's throne. "I think it's very clear he's the ideal long-term replacement for Salah," Weines explained. "The youth and energy that he showed was certainly promising, and also the fact they just settled his whole deal after the appeal from Chelsea and others." That reference to outside interest is significant. Securing Ngumoha's future was a statement of intent from Liverpool, reinforcing their faith in his development pathway. Weines continued, "I think he's settled, I think he enjoys his football, and I think the fans love him and can see the future as well." There is, however, realism within those assessments. Liverpool were arguably fortunate to edge past Nottingham Forest, a result that masked some underlying fragilities. Weines acknowledged that context, noting, "There's no doubt they were very lucky at the weekend. Nottingham Forest did deserve a bit more than that loss, but it's still a loss, and when you're down there, those things count even more." Yet even amid squad transition and fluctuating performances, Ngumoha stands out. "In terms of Liverpool, yes, I think he is the future," Weines added. "I think Mo Salah must be looking at his options right now. He is nowhere near the Mo of last year, and we all seem to agree now that he should have gone at the end of last year. But this does look like the heir apparent. He's a young, exciting talent, and certainly there are a lot of changes in the Liverpool squad this season, but he's one that does show promise." The comparison with Mohamed Salah is, of course, a daunting one. Salah's goal returns, durability, and match-winning consistency have defined an era at Anfield. Replacing that output is not a task for one player alone, particularly a teenager still learning the demands of the elite level football. However, stylistically, Ngumoha's directness, confidence in 1v1 situations, and willingness to take responsibility have drawn early parallels. Liverpool's recruitment department is not solely reliant on internal solutions. The club have also been monitoring external attacking options, including RB Leipzig winger Yan Diomande. The 19-year-old has enjoyed a superb first full season in the Bundesliga, registering 8 goals and 5 assists in 22 appearances. Leipzig, however, are understood to value Diomande at around £70 million, a substantial increase on the fee they paid to sign him from Ligue 1 less than a year ago. Such a figure reflects both his output and the escalating market for elite young forwards across Europe. Whether Liverpool choose to invest heavily in a ready-made option or accelerate Ngumoha's integration into the first team could define their attacking identity in the post-Salah era. What appears increasingly certain is that change is coming, and in Ngumoha, the club believe they may already have the foundations of their next talisman, a fearless, dynamic presence capable of shaping the next cycle at Anfield. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. We post all the latest Liverpool news every day, so join our fast-growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.